Hi everyone, it's B.Chavez from Evil Genius Sports Performance. I'd like to welcome you back to another edition of the EvilGSP video blog. And today's edition is going to cover something that I wanted to cover, or initially thought I would cover, in the Common Language series, which if you didn't watch, you should go back and watch, because I feel that they're probably my best works. But in that series, I covered basic common language that we all need to grasp and understand and agree upon to have communication in the future. Concepts like intensity, volume, technique, these kinds of things. What does that mean, so that when I say perform at a 70% intensity, you know exactly what I mean, and you don't have to send me a dozen emails, or we have a miscommunication and somebody goes, oh, well, he's an idiot because he said this. And it's very imperative, just like the world of science. It's just like the big Congress that got together to create the metric system. It's so that we can all agree on what's what. And it eliminates an awful lot of confusion. So, Common Language series was, in my opinion, very necessary and very good work. And one of the things I was going to add to that, I had originally in my outline penciled in the concept of integration. Okay, more on that in a second. What I want to tell you first is why I didn't include it. And the reason I didn't include integration into the Common Language series, even though to me it's incredibly common language, and my clients certainly get sick of me hearing me yammer on about integration. To me, it is the cornerstone and the kind of the linchpin of the Evil Genius Sports Performance method. But integration did not make it to the Common Language series because, quite honestly, when I communicate with most people, it's just not common. It's not language that they're accustomed to hearing. People have, athletes, and people in general, but specifically athletes and sports performance seekers, tend to approach each piece of the puzzle independently. Training. Often they have very good handle on their training. They have a very good training program, and it's well understood by them. And then many, not all, have the same situation with diet. They have a good understanding of it, and they have a good grasp and an application of diet. And some even have a good grasp and application of pharmacology. And even fewer have a grasp and understanding and application of lifestyle. But very few have all of them, and even fewer have all of them integrated into a whole that then is sports performance. Okay, sports performance is a grand thing. It is the macro cycle, if you want to put it in periodization terms. It is the big picture. Okay, integration is everything, folks. Your diet, your nutrition, your training, your recuperative activities, your pharmacology, and your psychology must all dovetail perfectly together to get you to the pinnacle, to that true height, to that level that hasn't been achieved before. Takes deeper and deeper, tighter and tighter integration. I don't know how many times I meet a new client and they bring me pretty good pieces to a puzzle. The problem is they don't come together to make a picture. Okay, they have very good training if you were going to be a powerlifter, but they have pretty good diet if you were going to be a sumo wrestler, and they have pretty good pharmacology if you were going to be a football player. So you take all these pieces, you put them together, and you go like, wow, that's a really strong, kind of athletic sumo wrestler. It's not a thing. It's not what they're trying to be. Other times you get the exact opposite, and you get somebody who trains like a bodybuilder, eats like a powerlifter, and then just lives like a college student over here on the periphery, and you put that together, and it makes a pretty good recreational athlete. Okay, to really exceed, to be the world champions, to be that international level of athlete, everything must support everything. Okay, training is the base, because you can't achieve athletic excellence without training. But then your nutrition must perfectly dovetail to that. And your nutrition must support your training. It must support your lifestyle. It must support your psychology, pharmacology if you're so inclined. Everything must come together perfectly. And it also means that these things very often must be dynamic. Your nutrition may have to change day by day depending on what's going on based on your training and your lifestyle and your recovery and all these things. So again, integration. Didn't put it into common language because unfortunately it's not common. But my goal, one of my overriding attitudes now, is to bring that into the common vernacular of strength training and sports performance. Integration, folks, it's the key. We're going to come back to this. We're going to cover it more and more and more, but there's just the tip of the iceberg. Integration, combining all of your pieces to the puzzle to come together to form that picture of you on the pedestal, on the podium, with the trophy. The only way you can create that picture is to very carefully select your pieces so that they fit together perfectly. Okay? Very important. Integration in training, nutrition, pharmacology, psychology, lifestyle, restoration, all of those pieces, we're going to bring them together. The Evil Genius Sports Performance Method, we're going to get there. Because, folks, I want to see you on the podium. I want to see the 9-second 100 meters. I want to see the 1,000-pound squats. And I really believe that if we all come together and we communicate, we pool our resources, we pool our intellects, I really believe these things can be done within all of our lifetimes, and we can have the sports performance that we should have had all along. So, integration in training, more to come. For now, that's just a touch, a sample. You can think, you can start to get the wheels turning. Prepare your questions, send them in. Until next time, B.Chavez, Evil Genius Sports Performance. Stay strong.